Hello, and welcome to the third video in this series. This video will demonstrate how to access your calendar after the Office 365 migration at Mount Michael School. In order to access your calendar from within your email inbox, simply click on the blue icon in the left corner. By clicking on the blue icon in the left corner, it will bring up your default apps to include Mail, Calendar, People, and Tasks. After the email migration, you will see icons and apps for OneDrive and several other applications. For the purpose of this video, I would like each user to click on Calendar. By clicking on Calendar, this will automatically load your imported calendar from Microsoft Exchange. As you notice, this is the first time I am accessing my calendar under the new Office 365 migration. You'll see that all of my appointments and reoccurring events have migrated into the new calendar. In order to create a new calendar appointment, simply click on the word New in the upper left corner. You'll notice if this is your first time creating a new calendar event, it may take up to 10 to 15 seconds to populate. You will notice that this screen and interface looks different than past calendar entries. Please notice at the top that there are several icons to include Save, Discard, Attach, Add-ins, Charm, and Categorize. For this video, I will keep the calendar entry very basic to give you the general idea of how to create a new calendar entry within Office 365. In the details box, this is very similar to an email subject or an email header box. For the purpose of this video, I will type in the word Test. You will notice in Office 365 that it gives you the option to designate specific rooms within your facility. This will be a great asset as we build a new facility and have multiple rooms in which individuals and groups can meet in. I will leave this option blank for the purpose of this video. Next, you will see that you have the option to create a start and end date for any calendar entry as you do now. By default, it will automatically import the date in which it currently is. So for today, it is 10/27/2015 at 9 p.m. If you'd like to change the day, simply click the down arrow. For the purpose of this video, I will select October 30th and go over here to the time for the start time, click the down arrow, scroll up to 1 o'clock p.m. It automatically defaults in 30-minute increments. If you would like to change the end date or the end time, simply click on the down arrows to change the end date or the down arrow to change the end time. You will notice, as you did previously, that you have the option to select an all-day event. This is very wise to use if you're going to be off campus for the day or if you're going to be attending training and will be unavailable to other parties on campus. Next, you have the option under Repeat. In Office 365, the word Repeat stands for reoccurrence. So if you would like this calendar entry to reoccur every week or every day or every other month, you have the option to select that under Repeat. For standard calendar entries, you typically may not want it to reoccur, so you would just leave it at the default, which is never. However, if you wanted this to reoccur every day, for example, if you want a daily reminder to feed the fish in your office, select every day, and it will remind you every day between 1 and 1:30 that you need to feed the fish in your office. However, you have the option to set it to every Friday, every workday, day 30 of every month, every last Friday, every October 30th, or select other, and you can customize a range on when to notify you of the reoccurring event. Next, you have the option to save it to a specific calendar. In a separate video, I will show you that you have the ability to create multiple calendars within Office 365. By default, this will save to the general calendar. Next, as you do now, you have the option to be notified before an appointment, before a calendar entry actually begins. Select the down arrow, and you'll see that 15 minutes before the event, by default, it will notify me that I have an event starting on October 30th from 1 o'clock to 1:30. In this instance, it will notify me at 1:15. You're welcome to change this time to any duration that you like. As stated previously, when creating an email, it's very similar to Microsoft Word. Simply type in your message. You're able to double click and highlight your text, and bold, italicize, underline, highlight to a specific color, or to change the font color. You can add bullet statements. You can add numbering statements. You can indent to the left. You can indent to the right. You can select more options. Next, when creating a calendar entry, some individuals create calendar entries to create personal events on calendars. However, there are times when you need to add recipients and invite attendees. In order to complete that task, ensure that all of this information is accurate as we've walked through in this video. If you'd like to add an individual or a group of individuals, simply go up to Add People. Note that every individual at Mount Michael, to include those individuals who are on your suggested contacts, will automatically be imported from your existing Microsoft Exchange account. For this specific example, I will invite Dave Cormier to this event. As stated previously, simply type in his name and it automatically defaults to anyone named Dave. If there were more than one individuals named Dave, it would show them down here. Dr. Peters does not show because his full name in the Outlook Exchange address book is David. So simply click on his name. It will automatically populate to Dave Cormier as a new attendee for your calendar entry. As stated previously, if you would like to attach an agenda or any sort of other materials to your calendar entry, click on the word Attach. By clicking on Attach, it will bring up the general browse window to where you would browse out and select the individual item that you would like to attach to the calendar entry. For the purpose of this video, I will select on Cancel. If you wanted to attach something, you would select it and click on Open. Next, ensure that all of the details are accurate. Your calendar entry header, your location, your dates, times, your reoccurrence, your message, make sure there are no errors. Make sure you've invited the correct attendees. Make sure you are still scheduled as the organizer, and simply click on Send. By clicking Send, it will automatically add it to your calendar. As you can see, October 30th at 1 p.m. is when I scheduled this event, and you will notice that Dave Cormier was also invited. If you have any questions on calendar entries, how to access specific calendars, how to create calendar entries, or any other questions related to the Office 365 migration,